Gather close, night is full of stories.
Imagine a night when your tribe gathers around the great fire. The drums echo through the forest. Big smoke rises into the stars. Everyone trades. Shells for meat, tools for fruit, laughter for laughter. The village feels alive. But one morning something changes. The hunters come back early, their baskets half empty. The traders sit silently beside their goods. And the fire still burns, but no one's cooking. You feel it before you understand it. The energy of the tribe has vanished. That, my friend, is what a recession feels like. The moment when the rhythm of life breaks. Not because there's no food, but because no one dares to trade it. Now look around your own world. And the lights of Main Street dim, restaurants cut hours. The mall parking lots grow quiet. Everyone still has money, but suddenly, everyone chooses to hold on to it. In modern terms, the tribe has stopped spending. Fear replaces trust. Hesitation replaces motion. And the fire that once fed the entire village starts to die out. When that happens, it's not just numbers falling. It's the heartbeat of an economy, slowing down. Every tribe, whether made of hunters or office workers, survives on one sacred rhythm: exchange. One person trades what they have for what they need. That simple act keeps everyone alive. In the modern world, that rhythm has a name: spending. That's when people buy, businesses earn. When businesses earn, they hire. When they hire, families have income. When families have income, they spend again. It's a perfect circle, the invisible chain that holds society together. But when fear enters that circle, the links start to break. A family skips their Friday dinner out to save a little. The waiter earns less, so he cuts back on groceries. The store owner sees fewer customers and cancels a shipment. Then somewhere down the line, a factory slows its machines. One small decision ripples outward, pulling the entire chain tighter until it snaps. Economists call this moment a recession, when the total value of everything the tribe produces, known as GDP, shrinks for at least 2 seasons in a row. But behind those letters and charts lies something deeply human: hesitation. Because a recession doesn't begin with a crash, it begins with a pause, a quiet choice to hold rather than to move. And as more people pause, the heartbeat of the economy weakens. That's why economists say spending is confidence made visible. When trust fades, trade fades, and when trade fades, the tribe grows cold. Fear spreads faster than any virus. And it doesn't need proof, it's just a whisper. A rumor that times are getting hard, that layoffs are coming, that prices will rise again. And once that whisper travels through the tribe, it becomes law. People stop buying new things. And they say, maybe later. They save more. Spend less. On the surface, it seems wise, a smart move for safety. But when everyone thinks this way at once, something strange happens. The very act of saving for safety creates the danger itself. This is what economists call a self-fulfilling prophecy. That each tribe member's decision makes perfect sense alone, but together, those decisions freeze the whole system. Think back to 2008. The news repeated one word: recession. Would-be stocks plunged, people panicked, and spending collapsed. Even those who still had jobs and savings pulled back out of fear. Banks stopped lending, businesses stopped hiring. Confidence, the invisible currency, vanished overnight. It's a loop made of logic and panic intertwined. Fear of losing jobs makes people spend less. Spending less makes businesses earn less. Businesses earning less leads to layoffs. Layoffs confirm the fear. The loop tightens until trust disappears. And just like that, the fire we all built together starts to dim, not because it ran out of wood, but because everyone stopped believing it would burn again. When the tribe stops spending, The spiral begins. Merchants earn less. They cut back on helpers. The helpers lose income, so they buy less from the farmers. The farmers stop hiring hunters, and soon the whole circle slows into silence. In modern terms, this is the recession spiral, a chain reaction where falling demand creates more falling demand. It's not that money disappears, it just hides. Like villagers hoarding grain during winter, everyone keeps what they have, waiting for someone else to move first. To break this spiral, the tribe looks to its leaders, the ones who control the big fires in our world. Those are governments and central banks. They use powerful tools called stimulus and interest rate cuts to push the fire back to life. When the central bank lowers rates, borrowing becomes cheaper. Families buy homes, businesses invest. Traders start trading again. Slowly, motion returns. The smoke begins to rise once more, but there's a delicate balance here. Too little stimulus, and the tribe stays cold. Too much, and the fire spreads out of control, burning crops in the form of inflation. That's why leaders must manage the flame, not smother it. Take 2020, for example. When the pandemic froze the global economy, the Federal Reserve dropped rates to near zero, and governments sent stimulus checks to households. The fire roared back almost too quickly. Spending exploded. Demand soared, and soon inflation followed. So, a recession is not merely destruction, it's nature's reset. The forest burns away its dry branches so new life can grow. The economy sheds weak, unsustainable habits, overspending, overborrowing, overconfidence, and returns to balance. Painful, yes, but necessary, because without winters, the tribe forgets how precious spring really is. And when the fire finally returns, it burns brighter, not because the tribe found more wood, but because it learned how to tend the flame. Every cycle has its rhythm, the inhale and exhale of the tribe, the boom and the pause, the feast and the famine. A recession isn't the death of the tribe. It's the tribe remembering how to breathe again. After every winter, the hunters sharpen their tools. The farmers mend their nets, and the traders learn new ways to barter. The silence that once felt frightening becomes a teacher. It reminds everyone that growth without wisdom burns too fast, and that saving without purpose starves the flame. Modern economies are no different. After every downturn, Americans rebuild stronger. Sometimes with new industries, sometimes with new ideas. The Great Depression gave birth to Social Security. The 2008 recession fueled the rise of startups and innovation. Even the chaos of 2020 pushed millions to work remotely, rethink priorities, and redefine success. When the noise stops, reflection begins. People ask, what truly matters? And from that question, the next chapter of prosperity always rises. So don't see the recession as a curse. See it as the rhythm of renewal. The tribe breathes in, the tribe breathes out. The fire dims, then grows again, because true strength isn't never falling, and it's learning how to stand again, wiser, steadier, more in tune with what truly feeds the soul. When the tribe spends again, it's not just money that moves, it's trust, courage, and faith in one another, and that is the secret rhythm that keeps every economy alive. That's all for today. Subscribe for more wisdom. Gurucha vanish now.